Welcome back, everybody. Today we're talking about what is EDC. Stick around because this is going to be a long video. Okay, first off, EDC is an acronym. It stands for Everyday Carry. It is the gear, tools, knick-knacks, doodads that you use and carry on you to get you through your day. We're not going to count phones in here because like almost everyone has a cell phone. That's just a given. That's technically a part of EDC. Is your cell phone or whatever you carry with you to keep that charging, to keep that going. That's part of your EDC. But usually, people when they hear EDC, they think about knives, multi-tools, tools, odds and ends, the unusual stuff that one carries to get one through. And we'll be talking about that today. So, here we go. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way to get a nice clean table to see what we're doing here. Take that off, take that off. Got a nice little card. We'll start with, let's start with card. Just something unique. We'll start off with that. Runaway flashlight. Okay. Get out of here, Flint, whatever you were. This is a Ace of Spades metal throwing card that I got for free off of wish.com for making a purchase. Sometimes I carry it in my wallet, sometimes I don't. It's just a fun little interesting novelty piece. This is kind of an obscure side of EDC. Just having a little knick-knack, doodad, trinket, that you carry with you. That's just kind of a fun thing to have. Some people like to carry unique coins. I've got some unique coins that I found over the years, and heck, I've even got a Full Metal Alchemist pocket watch and Star Wars Millennium Falcon pocket watches that I carry on occasion. Fun little things. They don't do much, but they're there and they're fun. Has the little don't forget 3rd October 2010 or whatever, 1910, whatever date the show took place in. That's kind of the obscure side of EDC. You've got these little Fidget Toys, little neat little compasses, some jumbo fidget coins, all the cool stuff. Now that that's out of the way, I'm trying to time crunch a little bit here because I know you don't want to be sitting here for 3 hours. Let's go to dedicated tools that one could carry before we get into like the multi-tools and stuff. So here I have 3 tools that I carry on a regular basis. This one is almost always in my pocket. This one's like every other day I'll carry this. Don't carry this too often, but it's a fun little thing to have. And these are not multi-tools per se. These are dedicated, made for one use tools. What we have here are the legendary Knipex 5-inch Cobra pliers. These things are freaking awesome. You gotta get yourself one of these for like 35 bucks or whatever. It's worth the money. These things are small, pocketable. I've got big hands, kind of dwarfs the tool a little bit. If you got small hands, this will be kind of a big tool for you. And like, one hand adjustability there. This thing is freaking awesome. I've had this for almost a month now. It's absolutely amazing. I don't know how I got around without this thing before. This is incredible. Now last year, just before Christmas hit in, my Tractor Supply Company store got a stock of these in. These are Crescent brand 4-inch Crescent adjustable wrenches. And I missed out on them the year before because they sold out so dang fast that the moment they came in stock, I wasn't going to wait for someone to gift it to me. I was getting this myself. And this has been handy. I mean, it's been in my pocket. It's been on my keys. I usually carry it on a S-spinner from Night Eyes and carry it on my keys. I don't have the one nearby that I usually have. It's one of the metal ones. It's a little bit bigger, but the little bit bigger ones that's bigger than the plastic clicks right over that, no trouble. Then you carry that on your keys, and you've got this on your keys. I also tend to carry this. Hang on one second. Let me get the pouch. Yes. If I carry my Leatherman on hand, I have, all my Leatherman pouches have the little tabs on them. I just slip that right in there. This is the large for the 4.5-inch tools. It works quite well on the 4-inch tool size pouch, but it just slips right there in that little pocket, and it's right there with the multi-tool. This thing is freaking awesome. For like $8 at Tractor Supply Company, you can't go wrong. It's amazing. This one's probably the most gimmicky of them all, but it's still quite usable. These are Heart brand pocketable razor blade holders, and if you're doing a lot of like box cutting and stuff, I would suggest that you get yourself one of these. These are very, very handy. And again, you can put those on a keychain, you know, close that up, slap that on your keys. You got that on your keys out there ready. It's handy for like what was it, like $13 that I got. They come in twos. They come in a silver and a black. Get 2 of these for like $13 or something now. These are amazing. You gotta have one of these. These are my dedicated tools that I will carry on hand, somewhere on my person or somewhere super close by at any time. These are almost always on my person. These are almost always on my person. And this is if I feel like I know I'm going to be needing a knife. But I'm the kind of guy that's fine with using my pocket knives for my razor blades. So this doesn't get carried that much because I just did carry a pocket knife. But yeah, if you want an absolute minimal EDC, I suggest these tools as a combo. It's very light, it's compact, it gets the job done. Here we have an Olight i3T EOS, which is a AAA battery flashlight. Unscrew the back here, you see the little AAA kind of size comparison there, so you know what you're getting. Solid, water resistant, 2-way pocket clip, which is super handy if you've got a baseball cap. 160 lumens or something like that. Super awesome. And Boker Plus Atlas Multi. Atlas, the normal Atlas does not have scissors. It just has the knife. And this is a very slim, solid little knife blade. But it comes with big, doable scissors. These don't, like most scissors, they don't cut everything, but they cut a lot. And these are bigger than Victorinox scissors by a good chunk. If you go to my channel, you'll find somewhere down there where I did a comparison between the two, and you can see standard Victorinox scissors versus Boker scissors. You can see these are just a little bit bigger. Like, I've been carrying this almost daily on my pocket. It's awesome. I took a little file and kind of scratched up the metal, as you can kind of see there, to give me just a little bit more grip, because it is kind of a slippy knife, but it's not dangerous. It's once you got that open, it's not going anywhere. But if you're conscientious about safety, rough it up a little bit. Take some sandpaper, kind of just go over the scales a bit. It's good. Good semi-deep carry pocket clip that works quite well. This is $30 or something. This is $35. This is $8, and this is like 20 something. So like 50, 80, just under $100. You've got yourself a good carry. Pocketable, keychainable, useful. This is what EDC is. This is something that you could carry, get you through your day. Now, on to the next step. Hold on, sneeze coming. Sneeze going. Okay. You may want to opt. You swap out the Boker Atlas for a normal Swiss Army knife. This is the Victorinox Swiss Champ. Did a video on this. This is a super awesome tool. Quite pocketable, but you can also buy sheaths for it. I don't know for sure, but I think the small nylon pouch from Leatherman would be perfect for this, and that's like $8-10 or something. I need to get me one of those sooner or later. But again, this is something that you could carry on you every day, and it could get you through. It has everything that you would need to get you through, and none of this is threatening. to the average person. And I'm sure there's some knife freak that's so scared of you having something like that. We're not counting those people. The average person, I don't think, would really care if you flicked out that little blade or even the big blade and cut a hamburger at Burger King or something. You know, you gotta cut your food. You gotta survive. You know, you can't expect it not make your life easier to a point, within reason. Don't go crazy, but you get the idea. Now, I'm not moving these three things too much because these are almost always my steady rotation. It's usually these other things over here that I swap out. Let's cover, since we're on multi-tools, we'll cover multi-tools. Here we go. We have SOG Power Pint. Did a video on this. This is super awesome. It is a small multi-tool with just as much crimp power as the nik-naks, if not just a little bit more, the way the leverage works, because the handle travels like twice the distance that the plier head does, and you get more amplified leverage. I've cut 10 gauge solid copper wire and haven't messed this thing up. I've crimped wires in the back here. I know some of you guys out there are SOG Power Pint haters. You say quality control is not good. I agree, it's not good. I lucked out and got a good one. If you order one and it's not good, send it back, get a better one. SOG will replace it if it's defective. But it's a good selection of tools. We've got a good set of scissors, got a decent serrated blade. We have file, knife blade, all package opener. This little guy is super handy. And everything on here is small, but not dinky. Everything on here is just big enough to be good, but just small enough to be compact. And it's quite pocketable. You could also clip it to your pocket with the pocket clip that's on there. You could put it in your pocket. This is awesome. If you like the super minimalist carry, let's do super minimalist carry for a minute. Let's just scooch these over to the side. You know, not showing my keys too much here because that can be photoed. But I carry a medium G-clip from nik-naks, a mini champ in that. If you got to go super slim, that's a good way to go. If all you do is open boxes, you know, this little guy comes right off that clip, super easy. You've got a wonderful selection of tools. I'll do a video on this sometime in the future. Stick around, hit the like and subscribe button, whatever the YouTubers tell you to do. You know, got a good selection of tools on that side. What is that? Fingernail file, flathead, little cuticle pusher, package opener, small knife blade. And then the other side we have scissors. We have a Phillips screwdriver. This thing is super sturdy. That's surprising for how small it is. And a little bit bigger knife blade. Now I have the ALOX aluminum scaled version. You can get the plastic scales, which has the tweezers and the toothpick and sometimes a pin and a flashlight in the scales. Scales are the little things on the outside of the knives here. But that's a super compact EDC. If all you do is open boxes, this is a good one to go with. It's non-threatening, it's small, it's pocketable, it's keychainable. Just clip it, and I just clip this to my, you know, front belt loop. It's awesome. We're just put these over to the sides as a reminder that this is something that you can carry. Now let's talk about something else. We have a flashlight here. Olight S2R Baton 2. This little guy is absolutely amazing. Like, this guy is super bright and can go through high, low, medium, turbo modes, strobe, has a magnetic back to it, which is absolutely amazing. Two-way pocket clip, water resistant. This thing is wonderful. Now, it is big, but if you carry a Swiss Army knife in your pocket, or you carry something like that in your pocket, you know, it's not that big. It actually clips to the pocket and you almost forget it's there. This is super compact. This is compact, but not as, I'll agree, it's not as compact as this. But, you know, it depends. And this one goes way higher than this one. If I know there's a thunderstorm nearby and I'm afraid power is going to go out, this one goes on my pocket. This thing lasts. And something else that's wonderful is its magnetic tail charging. Comes with a little button thing on a wire, clicks right to the tail, and you can recharge the battery. And if you use it semi-regularly, you're probably going to go 2 months before you need to recharge this guy. 2 months. I charge this thing maybe every 3 months the way I use this guy. I maybe charge it after, working a night on working on the car, where you got trying to work, see what you're doing. Then I might boot it back up, but like, even then it doesn't need it. It lasts so long. Like, I think it's been 4 months since I've put this on a charger, and it's still good. And what's nice, if you're not on moonlight mode, which is the super low mode, you see how the button turns green there. That tells you still got plenty of charge. You only get like the red button glow when it's at like 15%. So like, we're still good on this guy, and it gets bright. That's worth it. It's $70, but I've had this thing for 2 years now. 2 years, the original battery, the original lights, the original clips, used the heck out of it. It's a tank of a flashlight. You cannot go wrong with that. If you like, if you don't know Olight, you've probably been to Walmart, and you've probably seen Maglights. Maglite Solitaire is a very keychainable flashlight. Just kind of twist and it turns on. It's like 60-80 lumens, something like that. It's an awesome little flashlight. No pocket clip, so it's only keychain or down in your pocket, or if you make a leather holster for it, you could do that. Awesome flashlight. Let's go back to multi-tools again. Swiss Tool X. Jumbo tool, as big as the Leatherman Surge. Better than the Leatherman Surge in my opinion. This guy is awesome. Has a bunch of tools all outside. Accessible, two-handed access with the exception of the file, which is grippy enough that you can just grab it, flick it, and snap it. I carry this on my belt every single day. And I bought the bigger version, which comes with the bit kit. This guy is absolutely irreplaceable now. I carry these two on hand every single day if I can. If I'm going to a public event where I think this could be a bit of a problem for some people, I won't carry it. That's out of politeness, not out of necessity. Next multi-tool, Leatherman Curl. I did videos on both the Swiss tool and the curl. Go check those out, please. There's somewhere fresh on my channel. And I have the 2-bit sleeve system here with it. And another irreplaceable feature, this guy, which if you, the Leatherman ratchet, if you take it, you can put it right there into the Cobras, and you've got yourself like a little ratchet wrench if you're just trying to get some leverage on it. It just clicks right there, like go down 3 clicks on this guy and you can slip this in, and it's awesome. I haven't broken this yet, and I've put this under some strain. It's a tank. The bit kit is worth it if you can buy them. They sell out quick. Just keep looking around, you can find them. These are irreplaceable for me. I may not carry them every day, but I carry them like every other day. If I feel like any sort of situation is going to come up where I want to have bits, I carry the bits. These are needed. And the curl is an okay tool, not great for what it's trying to do. It's a great tool for what it can do, but for what it's trying to do, it's not great. Now let's go into the biggest part of EDC that most people think of when you tell them you do EDC, and that is pocket knives. Pocket knives are a touchy subject for a lot of people. Some people are scared of these things, some people don't care. I personally don't care if you whip out a pocket knife or if you whip out a Bowie knife that's on your belt. I don't care. I like knives. Knives are not, I do not see knives to be weapons. Also real quick, little scissor, keychain scissor and pocket knife. Leatherman Style CS. PS is pliers instead of scissors. Added a mod to make this work with Leatherman bits in the bit system. Super awesome. Go check that video out. But here we have pocket knives. I'm not showing you my whole collection because I don't think the table could stand it. But here's some pocket knives. And right off the bat, this one, if people aren't familiar with it, they'll probably think it's a switchblade, because if you get good with it, that thing opens up quick. It looks a little switchbladey. But this is a knife that's been around since like the late 90s. It's an Osborne design by Benchmade. And it may look a little funky, but I got this knife and I was skeptical about it. And like, man, this sucker is good. Fits the hand. It's awesome. And it's just super fidgety. Once you get used to it, it's just boom, boom, boom. This guy is amazing. Now, we're not here to review knives. We're here to talk about the legalities of knives. Now, I am not a lawyer. Do not quote me on everything I say, or anything that I say for that matter. Check with your local laws and regulations before you carry these things in public. I live in Mississippi. I have pretty easy rules. If it's do not carry any knife onto school property, do not carry a knife onto government property, and if it's a full tang fixed blade that's more than like 3 inches, it must be exposed carry. Pretty easy. Pretty much anything goes when it comes to pocket knives. Carry them however you want, concealed, open, yada yada. First off, this guy probably looks like an absolute weapon if you pull this out. You're like, just imagine you're at Burger King and you gotta cut your Big Mac. Don't yell at me for saying Big Mac and Burger King in the same sentence. You whip this out and try to cut your hamburger down to smaller bites to share it with someone or something. They're probably going to freak out with that, large clip point there, big, almost 4-inch blade. This is a big knife and it's scary. It's absolutely legal where I am, but I don't always carry this because I don't want to scare people. The Opinel is just as big, but not as scary because it's not as threatening looking. First off, we have, a nice nature looking wooden handle here versus kind of a black tactical plastic handle. And then we have that big clip point, and here we have a more dull clip point, and this just does not feel as weapony as this one does. Like, you could probably whip this one out and carve your food, which it also physically is better for food prep because it's a thinner blade, better grind, and sharper edge usually than this guy. Did a video comparing these two, Opinel versus Marble's large lockback. So we have two knives that are basically the same in many aspects, but one is not accepted, one is more accepted. This guy is a bit of a scary one, but it's awesome. Totally legal where I am. It's just over 3-inch blade. A lot of places do not say do not let you have a blade longer than 3 inches. I did a video a little while ago talking about my favorite 3-inch bladed knives. That's pretty informative, and I think you'll find that useful. Also, a knife that you can deploy fast would probably seem scarier than this guy. This, while it's big and wicked looking, it takes 2 hands and a few seconds to deploy. This guy, you whip it out one-handed and boom, it's there. And it could scare some people. Legalities, 3 inches or shorter blades like these 4 knives here would be absolutely acceptable in 99% of the places that you live. Check with your regulations. You may be living in a funky area. More often than not, most places will say you don't carry these. I know Ohio is kind of a funky place. New York State's crazy. California's crazy. We've got some troubles. I understand it. But, this guy, not super threatening. It's small, it's fast, and it thwacks when it opens. Like that. But it's small, drop point, a lot of belly. It doesn't look like a threatening knife. This guy, even less so. QSB Penguin, nice drop point, sheep's foot knife, is a big knife and it thwacks, but it's a good knife and it's not scary, to most people. To some people, any knife will terrify them. That's fine, that's just how some people are. This guy is probably the least threatening. It's the smallest blade. It looks like a Swiss Army knife. It handles like a Swiss Army knife. And if you have a Swiss Army knife and you carry that, like, almost no one is going to give you hell over it. Sorry for cursing, but it does get annoying here in the knife world when you pull out a pocket knife and they freak out. But this is almost always accepted. A Swiss Army knife, you can't go wrong. Okay, I got rambly and ranty there. Let's read. The name of this video is What is EDC? EDC, to reiterate, is the stuff that you carry on you to get you through your day. What do you have in your pockets, on your belt, in a bag that you carry on hand all the time that you use to get you through your day? I do not count phones because almost everyone has a cell phone, a portable charger, or a wire in their pocket that they can plug into a wall to charge the phone. That is part of your EDC, and that is absolutely hardcore what EDC is. But to me, EDC is usually the more hardened tools and knives that one carries to get them through with whatever little jobs they got to complete that day. You know, you got to go fix the air conditioning at a restaurant or something like I sometimes have to do. You know, some of these tools come in handy. Another little odd knick-knack thing is a little pocket sharpener that you can clip onto your keys. Usually has a little carbide thing. You know, that's a part of your EDC. Pens and pencils. EDC. You know, some people that work on tech a lot carry something like this all the time with a bunch of small bits. This is absolutely 100% qualifiable as EDC because you would carry that with you. That gets you through your day. You know, a lot of people smoke, you know, so having a lighter with him. I do not smoke. I just use this for burning paracord. This hardly ever gets pocket time on hand. The stuff evaporates before I use it all. But, you know, a lighter on hand, that's EDC. Chapstick. You can buy fancy cases for your chapstick that are super awesome. That's EDC. You know, EDC is what you carry to get you through your day. And to me, I carry my wallet. I'm not showing my wallet on screen for obvious reasons, right, on this video. I would take time to fix it. But these are things that I carry on hand every day. And some people carry more than others. I usually carry two types of multi-tools. I usually carry a plier multi-tool in a sack, or two plier-based multi-tools. I usually have a food prep knife and a beater knife on my pockets. Like this one I'll use for cutting my food at a restaurant if I need to cut my food, and the knives there are sucky. You know, and then if I gotta cut a rubber hose on a car, this guy comes out, you know, cutting zip ties, opening boxes, you know, this guy gets used. Sometimes I'll not carry this one and carry this one. And, you know, some of this stuff is super customizable. You can get copper scales for the Rack 2, which is this model. I mean, it's a whole world. You can trick stuff out and fancy it up and personalize it, customize it, make it your own. You know, this guy is on my pocket all the time. Not as much anymore now that I got this guy, but he still gets the pocket time. The nik-naks are awesome. And as a final note, I've got like 1.5 minutes left of this. Personally, I like to have a knife, pliers, scissors, a file, which will count as the nail file on this one, but I usually like a working file, and some sort of a wrench system as my EDC. And usually a lot of multi-tools carry all of that in, you know, carry all of this in a package like this. You know, so, you know, it depends on how you want to carry your stuff. But that's what I want in an EDC. Knife, pliers, scissors, file, and bit kit. Bit kits are needed a lot. That's my EDC. Well, I hope you found this somewhat helpful. I hope you found out what EDC is. If this is your first video into EDC, I'm sorry. Go check some other people out. They're better at explaining this than I am. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you all again on my channel soon. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Don't hit the notifications because I don't upload that regularly. Just check my channel now and then and see if I've uploaded something. Thank you, and I'll see you all again in the future. Bye-bye.